as a dancer, happened. I can tell my life story easily, complete with names and dates, schools and teachers, ballets danced, companies joined, directors, tours, decisions. What I cannot explain is how I did it. The truth is, I feel I did nothing at all. People often said to me that when I retired, I would find myself, which I took to mean that I might discover other aspects of my spirit that had been squished down, that had remained hidden or dormant while I was busy being a dancer. But as I suspected would be the case, the opposite has been true. I've always known who I am. Spending most of my time wrapped up in dance and all the peripheral things that it required did not hide me from myself. But now, when I look back in time, what I wonder is just who exactly that dancer person was. I'm in awe and even disbelief sometimes that she and I are the same being. My dancer self really does feel like a she, another person inside me, like a Russian nesting doll, uncovered then, but now sheathed in an outside layer that looks exactly the same, but is just a shell. The further I look back through the years, the more removed I feel from that person. The stories of my beginnings on the path of dance, particularly, seem just that, stories of someone else's life, only possibly my own. I don't know who that little 8, 9, 10-year-old girl was, but maybe by telling her story from my vantage point now, as a 45-year-old on the other side of a dancing life, we can figure it out together. Part 1. 1. The 8-year-old, Part 1. The New York School of Ballet. The noise and rushing current of Broadway disappear instantly once the old wooden door with its rattly glass window slams shut, sealing out the brilliantly sunny Saturday morning and crowds of Upper West Siders bustling about on their weekend errands. Inside, everything is grayscale, muted, dusty, and chilly. A wide staircase leads straight up, enormously high and steep. At the top, far above the comforting familiarity of the sidewalk below, there's faded lettering on the door, to the right, New York School of Ballet. Through that door, a long hallway lined with pew-like wooden benches is softened by a big fluffy white dog lying in a pile on the bare floor, acting as a footrest and greeter. The air is hazy and musty, carrying a cold, sweaty, stale smell, possibly left over from the generations of dancers before. Rows of ancient metal lockers fill a dressing room that is unlit, unkempt, uncleaned, and unused. 3 doors along the hall open to cavernous studios with ceilings 2 stories high, so big their corners disappear into shadows, empty and forgotten. Rosin dust covers everything. Young children, talking excitedly, bring life to this museum that is the space itself. Their purple leotards are the only color in this movie. To an 8-year-old, especially one there for the first time, the New York School of Ballet was confusing. Crowded into the big hallway cum lobby, there were certainly a lot of young children who looked like they were there for ballet class. But then there were also all these adults around, clearly dancers, real ones, who looked as old as parents, though they were probably late teenagers. The procedure and expectations were confusing too, especially to a timid, play-by-the-rules little girl, self-conscious and terrified of doing something wrong. The laid-back attitude of the friendly, and gorgeously tall and glamorous, woman behind the front desk made it all more stressful, not less. Was the handwritten ledger book an attendance sheet? If each page was a class, where was the 8-year-old's name? Why did the glamorous woman say it didn't matter and to go in anyway?